Today I am going to review a new Netflix movie, Fear Street Part 3, 1666. Before starting, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on the notification for the latest updates. Lee Janiak directs Fear Street Part 3, 1666 from a screenplay she co-wrote with Phil Graziadei and Kate Treffery. Now, here comes Fear Street Part 3, 1666, and as you can tell from the title, it's going back even further in time. In the ongoing 90s plotline, the curse of Sarah Fier is still a big problem for high schooler Dina, Kiana Madeira, especially since her girlfriend Sam, Olivia Scott Welch, is now possessed by the malevolent power that turns Shadysiders into crazed killers. Can Dina save Sam and the town? Maybe, but first we're getting some backstory set in the early days of Shadyside. As you can see from this trailer, many of the previous cast members return here, playing different characters in the 1600s. And as you can probably guess by now, there's more to the Sarah Fier story than what meets the eye. The film stars Kiana Madeira as Sarah Fier Dina, Ashley Zuckerman as Solomon Good Sheriff Good, Jillian Jacobs as Ziggy Berman, Olivia Scott Welch as Hannah Miller Sam, Benjamin Flores Jr. as Henry Fier Josh, Daryl Britt Gibson as Martin, Sadie Sink as Constance, Emily Rudd as Abigail, McCabe Sly as Mad Thomas, Julia Rewald as Lizzie, Fred Heckinger as Isaac, Jordana Spiro as the widow, Elizabeth Skoppel as Sarah Fier, and Randy Havens as George Fier. Fear Street Part 3, 1666 is executive produced by Corey Adelson, Timothy M. Bourne, Lee Janiak, Yvonne M. Bernard, Joan Waricha, and Jane Stein. Fear Street Part 2, 1978 and Fear Street Part 1, 1994 are available to stream now on Netflix. Fear Street Part 3, 1666 will be released on July 16th. For this third entry, director Lee Janiak drew on an unexpected source, a Terrence Malick movie. As a filmmaker making Fear Street, but also just as a movie lover, I was so excited to pay homage to some of the great eras of horror movies, Janiak said. For 1994, Scream stood above all rest, its peak 90s horror, and, I think, one of the most brilliant movies ever made, period. Then for 1978, I got to look at the heyday of slasher films, Friday the 13th, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street. For 1666, I found the best inspiration for me lay in the beautiful world made rotten of Terrence Malick's The New World. A woman with power is not a good thing. Oh, and Sarah appears to have a romantic attraction to another woman, who looks exactly like Sam, of course. Gasp. This is enough to get her into a ton of trouble. Things quickly get intense with a church full of dead people, a witch hunt, some strange magic, and a pile of eyeballs on the floor. It's not clear how these events will help Dina in 1994. But, perhaps she will see something in her vision that gives her the information she needs to save Sam. Ziggy aka Christine doesn't seem too convinced, so only time will tell if she actually helps Dina with her mission. Personally, I'd want to mind my business after surviving. However, that doesn't make for exciting TV, right? It's time to go back to the beginning to see how this will all end.